Hi everyone, I'm Gina R. and I'm back with episode 6 of Penny Hunt and Phil. Well, I was able to pick up a box of pennies and I decided to go ahead and do a Penny Hunt and Phil episode. So let me go ahead and crack into this box. I do know it's circulated, so let's see what goodies we find inside. Boy, opening this box with nails is a lot of hard work. So thank God I already had some casualties before this. I already had lost 2 nails. And I figured it would be a good time anyway to do this because I got to go get my nails redone. So let's go ahead and get started with the hunt. Row number 5, and we have our first foreign coin. And it is a 1983 1 cent Canada. This is row number 5. In row number 4, I did find a 1972 San Francisco and a 1959 Denver. So far, this is the oldest coin I've found. No wheat cents yet, so let me continue with the hunt. Okay, row number 6, and we have our first wheat cent. And that is a 1942 Denver. Cool. We're finally on the board. Row number 9, and I found a foreign coin that I've never found before. And this is from the Republic of Panama, un centésimo. It's a 1967. Oh, wow. Look at that design. And I think it says Uraka. I'm not sure on the pronunciation of that. But regardless, this is a very cool foreign coin. Awesome. Let me continue with the hunt. Row number 14, and we have our second wheat cent. And it's a 1945 Philadelphia. Awesome. Let me continue with my hunt. All right, I'm back with row number 28, and we finally have our third wheat cent. This is not a very good box, but let's see what we have here. A 1953 San Francisco. That is nice. All right, let me continue searching. Okay, I'm back with row number 32, and I have my fourth wheat cent of the box. And it is a 1957 Denver. Wow. Okay, let me continue searching, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with row number 35, and we have our second Canadian. And this is an early year of Queen Elizabeth II. And this is a 1968. So that's pretty cool. So let me add that to the foreign section. Okay, I'm in the last row of the box, row 50, and we have our fifth wheat cent. And it's a 1954. Okay, let me continue searching this row. Well, that concludes this hunt. It was a pretty rough hunt. Really didn't find too much. I didn't do too bad with the copper jar. I almost filled it up. So what I plan to do next is I'm going to go through these books. I did pull aside some Lincoln cents to see if they'll upgrade any of the ones I have in the book. So I'll be right back. So my 1941 to 1974, I do have some upgrades. Let me go ahead and open this up and I'll show you what I found. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. And slide the book over. And I did find an upgrade for the 1965, even though it's not the best, but it is an upgrade. So that's the 1965. And I also did find one for the 1974. It does have a little bit more red luster to it. So let me go ahead and switch those out. The next folder that I have upgrades for is the 1975 through the 2013. So let me go ahead and put those in the new slots. And the upgrades that I have is the 1977 Philadelphia, 1979 Denver, and this one, while it's just a little bit better, this one has some toning going on, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this one, is the 1994 Denver. So let me go ahead and replace those. Then I'll come back with a recap of what I found. Well, as for the finds, I really didn't have many. I did find 5 wheat cents, and I'll start over here on my left side with the 1942 Denver, 1945, a 1953 San Francisco, a 1954 Denver, and the 1957 Denver. I did have 3 foreigns, 2 Canadians, a 1968 and a 1983, and I did find this really cool un centavo from Panama. It's a 1967. So that was really cool as far as foreign finds. I did find 3 transitional years, which would be the 1959, and that's when the reverse changes from a wheat cent to the memorial, Lincoln Memorial, there we go, to Lincoln Memorial Monument. So that is pretty cool. They're all Denver. I did find 6 San Francisco cents, starting with a 1968, 1969, 1970, 2 1972s, and a 1974 San Francisco. On Rob Finds Treasures coin roll hunting mat, he has the 1970s small date as something to keep an eye out for. During this hunt, I did find the 1970s. How do I tell if I have the small date? Well, let's go to PCGS and see what to look for. On the 1970s small date, you'll see that the 7 and the 0 are aligned. Now, on the large date, the 7 is slightly lower than the 0. Not to mention that the 9 is facing downward, while the 9 in the 1970s small date is curved inward. I found 17 of the 2009 cents, and I also found 3 of the 2017 Philadelphia, and it does have that mint mark down below the dates. You can barely see it. Here, let me zoom in. There you go. So that was really cool. But I gotta say, I did find something. It wasn't until later that I was looking under the scope for a different reason, and I noticed this cent, and it's out of focus. Let me try to zoom in, maybe a little. There we go. Look at that at the top. It looks like the words dates got peeled off partially. There's some lines running across it. So I'm really not sure. There is gunk on it. And I did run it under hot water to see if maybe there was glue or something. But I did find it to be interesting. It looks like almost like if it got scraped off. So this was a pretty interesting find. I do not think it's an error. I do not think it's an error, but it is pretty interesting. So I did set this aside. I do enjoy doing these box hunts, and I look forward to doing more in the upcoming months, especially with Christmas coming along, and I'll be home relaxing, so I figure I'll be doing some box hunts. I want to thank you very much for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, happy collecting. Bye, everyone.